Hi everybody and welcome back to Seduce Me. We are married to Damien. Now it's time to marry our other boy. So, I guess we'll go from bottom up. Might as well. Matthew! Let's marry Matthew. I'm gonna skip whatever I've already read. So be prepared for that. If I'm skipping anything that you haven't seen, go back to the Damien episode. I was ecstatic to marry my best friend Matthew. He was funny. My best friend Matthew was funny and caring, making me feel happy every moment of my life. I was thankful to have him and to be his for as long as I already had. To tie the knot with him today was an adventure we'd both share. So in my waiting room, blah 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 bleb. Bleb. Blep. 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 Blep blep. Blep. Yeah, Diana's here again. Okay, fuck off, Diana. It's cool. It's cool. We've seen you. We just, and we'll do the ceremony. It's gonna be a quick video. Barely 1 minute into it and we're already here. Thank the Lord. The hall was full of people, many I knew and many I didn't. Stood at the doorway, leaned into the space. At the door in front of me, imagine everyone waiting for me. My parents, my friends, the incubi, my husband-to-be. That's not a... You are in a place of God and you're marrying a demon. Something just doesn't add up here. How is Matthew not bursting into flames right now? He's in a church. Oh, you couldn't have picked a worse venue. Oh, you better hope the Pope ain't marrying you guys. The second the doors opened would be the second my walk towards my future began. I was no longer going to be alone. I would have him standing by me and I would stand by him through anything the universe threw at us. The doors opened at last and I took in the beautiful sight of the wedding hall at last. Everyone stood and watched as I slowly made my way down the aisle. Music began to fill the air at my march and gazes followed with each step I made forward. I'm losing my voice. My heart began to pound in my chest. I began to imagine everyone hearing it as loud, as powerful as it was. Still I continued on. I would not stop walking until I reached the end. My gaze, however, locked itself onto my husband-to-be. He stared in awe at my approach, lost in his own thoughts, and what was on his mind. You're adorable! Look at your little bird. Look at the little burb on his lapel. Couldn't think of the word there for a second. Matthew grinned from ear to ear, giddy as fuck at my approach. I could see him holding himself back from bouncing up and down. You're so darn cute. And his spot as he waited for me. I felt giddy myself, but the ceremony had just begun. Matthew held out his hand and let me take it, walking with me and standing by my side for our officiary to speak. We were lucky Kay, the owner of the Pink Lady Cafe, and dear friend, was licensed to officiate the wedding, so she took it on herself to do it for free. I was very thankful to have her be part of my next chapter. Kay gestured for everyone behind us to sit down in the pews, clearing her throat slightly and bringing up the microphone to her lips, beginning the ceremony.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join these two beautiful souls in matrimony. They have supported and loved each other and have chosen to continue doing so for the rest of their lives.
Standing beside Matthew made my heart flutter in joy. Aren't you supposed to be standing in front of him? I could feel our hearts synchronizing in time and our breaths slowly matched up in equal excitement. Staring into his eyes, I became lost in my thoughts as I listened.
It is said that love is a story all on its own. Affection gives us the rising action. Our dreams give us our purpose. And we experience a world we've never imagined exploring. The best thing is, we don't have to explore it alone. This moment right now is a chapter of that story, and you have many things left to write together.
I smiled. She was right. This wasn't an ending by any means. This was the beginning of our life together, a life Matthew and I would share and write for as long as we lived. He smiled back. I knew he agreed.
And now my favorite part.
Ooh. We
would now like to take this time to exchange the wedding vows.
Yeah. Kay gestured to me, ushering me to softly clear my throat and began. I had so many things to say to this man. Boy. I hadn't known where to begin when I first tried to write my vow. However, after months of hoping and thinking, I finally knew what to say. Matthew, you and I have been through so much. You've supported me ever since we met, and our love has broken through every obstacle in our path. I cannot dream of a life without you in it. You make me happy. Happier than I ever could dream of being. It was like you were sent to me as a miracle. How dare she write the same exact vows for every boy, you slut. Matthew could only smile and listen, but I could almost hear his heart beating wildly for me at my words, with the small bubbles of tears forming in the corner of his eyes. I feel like you copied and pasted, girl. I want to keep going through life with you as your one and only. You are my best friend, my love, my world. With you, we can reach the skies and sail forever. Just you and me, my love. Kay bit her lip, obviously trying to hold back tears before nodding at my conclusion.
And now, your vow.
Read me your pretty vows, boy. If they're the same as Damien's, I'm gonna slap a bitch. Matthew smiled and held my hands close, letting his gaze melt into my eyes as he spoke last.
Where do I even begin?
Oh.
You're the brightest light to ever shine in my life. You've guided me through the darkest times, and now we're standing here, ready to swear our lives to each other. This is the greatest day of my life, and I hope you feel the same.
Better hope I feel the same. I slowly began to cry. Matthew's... How would you cry at that? He was just so happy about it. Matthew's words melted into my heart, and I could see the love glowing in his eyes, his smile. I was truly in love.
I promise to love you and cherish you for as long as we live, and to spend the rest of my life giving you the happiness you deserve as your husband.
Hey, Damien said the same thing. You guys in cahoots. Just from staring into Matthew's eyes, I could tell that our heartbeats and breaths were matched perfectly in time. There was nothing in the universe that could stop us! I freely let myself cry as I smiled. He did the same for me, holding his hand.
You both just made my job easier with these vows.
Okay.
So, let's put on those rings.
Kay quickly turned back to the table behind her and presented us with my ring first. With glowing pride and slight nervous quivering in his hands, Matthew gingerly took the ring and began to slide it up my finger.
Please repeat after me. With this ring, I give all of myself to you. I will protect you and be with you no matter what, until time stands still.
Tell them what to do. As quick as our statements came, images of our adventures and struggles passed through my mind. We had fought a devil, foiled a succubus, and stopped a world war together, and our story was far from over.
With this ring, I give all of myself to you. I will protect you and be with you no matter what, until time stands still.
You gonna cry, Matthew, because you sound like you're gonna cry. As the ring finally crested on my finger, I couldn't help but wiggle it in glee atop Matthew's hand, making him chuckle a bit at the feel. The band shimmered on my hand in the church light, almost entrancing me.
Excellent. Now, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. Kay slowly held out the second ring for me to take. This was my moment. This is my moment. Quickly took the ring in excitement and began to ease up Matthew's finger. Blah, 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 blah. I give my life to you. My wedding's gonna be so horrible. It's gonna be a fucking wreck. Because I'm gonna want to skip all that boring stuff and go to the party. In that moment when the ring reached its destination. You have arrived at your destination. Go 1 fingers. Go 1.5 miles to the left. And you've reached your destination. I could feel the world stop around us. Something in the air felt warm and bright. Jesus' head came. I became so lost that I barely acknowledged that the ceremony was finally coming to a close. One that I had been waiting for.
All right. Awesome. Alrighty then. By the power vested in me in front of your beloved friends and family, it is my honor and privilege to pronounce you two united in perfect matrimony. Let the moon shake tonight.
I can just imagine she like, let the moon shake tonight, drops mic. At last. Oh, you cute little bean. Look at him. That must be an expensive fucking ring. Look at him. Look at this bean. Look at this little chipmunk ready to fucking grab my face and kiss me on the nose. Look at it. Boop. Oh, you're adorable. Matthew smiled and held out his hands to me, ready to embrace me and hold me close like he would for the rest of our lives. He had happily given his entire life to me, and I would hold him close forever. Hurrah!
Hurry up and kiss already. You know you wanna. We want you to as well.
She did not have to tell me twice. Look at him! With a thankful grin and euphoric heart, I took Matthew into my arms and kissed him with every ounce of love I could muster. Fireworks went off in my head, and I could feel the world around me close, leaving only Matthew and me in a peaceful space all on our own. Our kiss had marked the beginning of a new life together, and I was happy that the next chapter would begin on my terms. I had a feeling that no more problems would come our way, even if they somehow did. Seduce Me 3. Michaela, Seduce Me 3. I just want to tell you. Do that. We would have the power to get over them. If our meeting didn't prove that, then our struggle and victories would. The cameras and cheers would mark our memories in time. The band we wore would leave their permanence on our skin. Permanence? Yes. We would fly as high as our love could take us. Truly this was mine. No, it wasn't mine. It was our happily ever after. The end. We did it again! Now we're married to 2 guys. Oh, I can't believe we have to keep reading this. I must do it. I must marry all of the... Almost said succubi, incubi. Get your cake, cause we're doing it again.